200 days, that's crackers. That may, well, this is it, I can't much say, but I don't do things like that. We're all a little weird, aren't we, I guess? How's everybody doing there? It's good to have you. I've got Yog there. Take a break! Take a break. Have a Kit Kat. So, yeah, we'll be carrying on with War of the East 2 today. And, ooh, swim sounds good. We only have an hour and a half, which means that, it's pretty tight on what we can actually do, really. And there's so much to do. So much to do. Okay. We'll get started here in just a moment. And there we are. Okay. So do I pick up War of the East with these slivering points, or use the cash War of the East too? In my opinion, having played all of them, I would say War of the East 2 is really... It has the best aspects of War of the East, and it has the best aspects of War of the West, and it combines them. I think you get the theatre, which is so much fun from War of the East. I mean, the German-Soviet War really is... It's the one where you get to practice a lot of the actual aspects of the war itself, because you have that maneuver warfare, you have the later grind and attrition, you have some pretty dramatic stakes. There's a lot of room for the weather to take effect. There's a lot of things that can actually really be experienced on the Eastern Front that not so much on the Western Front. I mean, weather obviously still matters a great deal on the Western Front, but you have so much more infrastructure there. The infrastructure there is just so much better developed. Like over here in Russia, roads, what are those? Well, we have some. I mean, technically there is a road in every hex, but not particularly as great as you would like. I mean, one example is like, you take a look at the Ukraine over here, so we have an average road there. Ooh, very nice, very nice. That's a rarity, by the way. Those are really worth it. And then you take a look at Germany, where you have all these good roads. And as far as it goes for Russia, for the Soviet Union, we only really have one main highway, which I'm trying to find now, but I've conquered so much I'm trying to... I'm forgetting what it is. Where's Minsk? It's, here we are. So you can see that we do have a good road stretching from Minsk over to Moscow. And there's a little smattering of good roads here and there, but yes, not many. Okay. So what we're doing here right now, we are in turn 49, this is May 24th, and we are really just... Well, we've sort of had the opening to our, I guess you could call it our Fall Blau, our Case Blue, which is going to be the invasion of Caucasus. We are just really getting ready for it. The previous turn, we did have some rainy weather, and I think the turn before that we did have some clear weather down here, which is where we actually were able to make some advances. We managed to actually get to Rostov over here, but I need to actually isolate Rostov and take the city there. Rostov's going to be a great logistical hub there with that size 5 rail hub. So that's looking pretty good. That is indeed looking really good. Okay, so we do have a number of things. We're right in the airplane phase here at the moment. And speaking of, I do have these aircraft transferring over here. I'm going to go ahead and actually have them transfer now, actually. It's taken a little bit longer than I would have preferred. I'm going to have to look up into why I shouldn't do that, but I'm going to imagine it's probably the airfields aren't ready as of yet, but that's okay. I'm going to let these airfields have that time to actually build up the amount of support and supplies they need, and then we'll make use of them to starve out Sevastopol. Which should be a lot easier. We do have it in our favour from the start, which is quite handy. I mean, yes, there's interdiction coming from Sevastopol, but then we have interdiction coming from the ports that we actually hold here on the Crimean coastline as well. So we actually have it... it's a favourable situation. Like you can see over here, we have 8 interdiction, and I'm not even flying any aircraft right now. So you can see that here would be really quite easy. A couple aircraft over here running naval patrol. Well, I say a couple, but enough to actually run it will starve them, which should be really quite good there. You can see that we have captured the port over here of Temryuk, which is quite good. So you can see that there is an interdiction here. I wanted to actually go ahead and actually fly paratroopers into these ports over here at Zov and Ezik. I probably mispronunciated that, but there you go. Alright, excellent. Okay, so as far as it goes to the air phase then, if I go ahead and take a look at this, I'm going to, we've been suffering quite a few operational losses, so what I'm going to go ahead and do here then is, now the issue is obviously where they're being flown from, really. I could do with actually moving the reconnaissance, to be honest. Could do with doing that. I could do a second mission actually out over here, over this port if I could. That would be quite ideal. So 16k feet there. Do I have any of the... yes, I do have some of these HS-126s here available, which is good. We are going to have them use actually reconnoiter the port there. I think what I'm going to do to try and... yeah, I'm going to have the reconnaissance assets shift there really. But I think what I'm going to do is... We're on 3 days, but what I'm going to do is space the days out a little bit more. I could reduce the intensity. I mean, that is another option there that we could potentially do. Reduce that intensity, which would reduce the amount of actual flights taking place. And as you can see here, strike number is 18. If I reduce that intensity down to low, you can see that would go from 18 to 10. If I was to place another day in here, well, in theory we're not making that much more of a difference. But there we go. So I could go for low intensity, but I'm going to keep on medium. The way I look at it is, yes, it's not great to have the operational losses, but in fairness, if we win the war, then the losses don't really matter to us now, do they? But I will have them transfer south. I could do that now, to be fair. So some of these are quite large. We'll run the reconnaissance and then we'll have them shift. I think we'll have to go for it like that. I am readying the airfields over here as much as I can by running the rails out here, so that should be something. There's a lot of headquarters, there's a lot of reorganization that needs to be done here. How you doing there, Crap? Good to have you. Yeah, you died, but hey, you won the war. Exactly, exactly. That is exactly the thinking here. Absolutely 100%. Okay. So I'm more or less satisfied with that. This mission over here, I may... I'm going to reduce the size of it, really. What I'm looking for is just information regarding Tula. Other things really aren't that much a concern. So we'll go with that. And we have been running reconnaissance over here then. But I'm going to reduce the... Yeah, there we are. Yeah, we'll have that too. Now, there is more reconnaissance assets along the front, and I might want to go ahead and run them. I don't know if they're ready as of yet. We had just deployed them. But they appear to be ready in some places. So what I can go ahead and do then is actually run a little bit more reconnaissance, perhaps. At least over places where it's needed, like, yeah, where we have concentrations of the enemy, I'll run a little reconnaissance. Issue is the altitude, but we'll run some reconnaissance so I can actually establish what might be in the area here. If I can identify where enemy airfields are, that would be great. Oh, is that the wrong route there? Right. Okay. So it appears that these are the ones flying out from Veliki Luki there. Hey Donavo, good to have you. Do the garrison requirements of USSR increase if you take more territory? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one, really. It is a good question. I'm not sure on that. So it is a pretty good question to ask, isn't it? I could reconnoiter over here to Raza, but it's not too bad. Now, there should be more, but we'll have a couple assigned here then. Just a couple. I just want to have some reconnaissance. I don't want to throw away too many aircraft, really. Right, so then it's Smolensk. This is the group that I wanted here initially, then. Okay, so we'll run another reconnaissance mission out here, then. From Straya Russa? Straya Russa. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay. Something like that is okay. Okay. And then that one is they look okay. So these are the ones over here at Smolensk. I'll just run these from Smolensk here. Just a couple. I just want to really get an idea of what the enemy has. I'd like to see where their airfields are as well and try and figure out where their air strength is. It would be nice to see a little bit further on here. Try and gather some actual information to work with, really. Okay, confirmed there. So we'll see more operational losses this turn, but I'm then going to reduce it in the following turns in terms of reconnaissance. I just want to get a an idea of what the front looks like and behind the front, if that makes sense. Just take a peek at these Soviets, really. Now, there are more HS-126s, and I think I will have them fly as well. It would be nice to have reconnaissance, but we're not quite ready for any exploitation. We're not quite ready to push on yet. So I'm not going to fly the HS-126s in this area here. I'm running them here because we don't really have much else at this moment in time. Yeah, that one is a definite priority mission. Need that information there. It appears that this one is empty, but we can't quite be sure. So, we'll find out there. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed with that. I'm going to be bringing more of the Luftwaffe back to the east as the weather changes, I think. There are a number of airfields out here that we can make use of. Like, we do have a number of airfields around Rostov, which is quite nice. I'm probably going to have to really consider where I want to have my airfields. Like, where am I going to base the aircraft? A lot of our aircraft actually have some pretty good range when it comes to like the bombers and things of that nature, so that's quite good. Right, so we are seeing some being shot down, some to flak, but majority there operational. We'll probably have quite a few losses this turn. Hopefully it buys us some important information. Again, though, I'm not going to be running these every turn. The losses there seem about proportional for the additional aircraft running. Yeah, ran quite a few aircraft there. We ran 1,500 such one sorties. I could potentially lower that sortie, sort of the intensity to medium. Right, oh hello, look at that. That's interesting. See, it's proved to be somewhat worthwhile over here then. So we do see a clearer picture here now. Yeah, one in the return of the Luftwaffe, indeed. Yeah, so we do have a clearer picture of what we've seen over here then. We get to see a little bit more behind the lines. Apparently there are a number of aircraft over here at these airfields. It's good to know. Okay. Information's a little bit spotty. Not perfect. Yeah, you can see their last photo, turn 49, could be incorrect. They don't appear to have much of a reserve here. There are units in their rear, but we do see the majority in there. We don't see that build-up elsewhere as such, actually. And they look to have seeded the ground here, which is interesting. I'm going to have to try to look for an exploitation there. Now, I did have a suggestion to send mobile units to the south, actually, to the Khmer. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we'll have motorized shifted down this way. We'll have Grossdeutschland and the well, the LA, what is it, the L, yeah, the LHA, LAH, that's what I'm going to know the mouse so I don't get tongue-tied. Shifting the Jaegers down here, we do have the 5th, 7th, and 1st Mounted Divisions heading down that way now. We do still have forces on the rail lines here. I do have the 7th Flieger Division here. What I'm going to go ahead and potentially do then is so I do have paratroopers over here. I'm hoping that I can actually use them this turn. So I'm not gonna... Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to take them off the rail there. That's a big whoops. It's okay. Oh. Damn it. Okay, back on the rail they go. I wish there was an undo button for that one. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say I'm not going to have them shifted down here because I don't want to put any additional weight on the freight in this area because I think we are going to need that freight to be able to shift them. So I'm going to be looking at using the 22nd Airlander Division. I need to have them assigned to HQ then. I go with LVI there considering that he is a good commander. So there we are. Should have had him assigned last turn there. Can you give some of the replacement tank battalions to the motorized division since you don't use the battalions in a way? I will be using them. I might have them brought onto the map there are a number of them that are not full at full strength as of yet. I think these ones at full strength I will have transferred to map, and then I can have dished out as I see fit, really. But we'll see regarding the motorized. It could be done. It's not a bad idea, really. It's an interesting idea to explore, to be honest. The reason why I'm a little hesitant around it is because, obviously, these are able to be integrated into the TOEs of the actual Panzer divisions. And we don't really have a quick way to get Panzers in there other than this. It's either back to the reserve or they sit in refit for quite some time. But it's definitely an idea to bear in mind. And in fairness, I do have Stugs that can do that. So we'll see. I'm going to bring the 100% ones back there. But it's something to bear in mind. Definitely something to bear in mind. I'm going to have them sent to Western Europe. I took all that artillery there. I'm going to have some of these transferred to Western Europe as well. I don't really have a need of them as such. Send a couple out to... no, we'll just go with Western Europe. It's only one turn delay. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'll show in a second. But they do contribute to the percentage. Yeah, like see construction over here. So I'm going to send additional construction elements and see how that actually benefits us then. We do have a good couple over here, but we should see should soon see how that affects it there. You could use your motorized divisions. Well, this is it, but then the thing is, it's like they don't integrate with the TOEs of the motorized. I get what you're saying, I do, but then this is it. It's like a very good way to bring armor into the actual Panzer divisions. It means I could assign 3 battalions of replacement tank division. Sorry, I could assign 3 replacement Panzer battalions to a tank division, and then the turn after they've been absorbed, I could then assign additional like battalions. That makes sense. But we do have assets to assign there. Like, I'm going to be assigning, like, the 1st and 2nd RFSS, likely to the motorized SS. So, currently multiple. Oh, it's because they're on the train, isn't it? Yeah, there we are. So I'm going to convert you to the support unit. There we are. Like, I'll likely use them. How you doing there, Jatsy? I tend to... It really depends on the situation, in my opinion. Like, in the core, I'll try to have about 6 artillery pieces, some actual construction units, and other things of that nature, really. But I tend to use support units more so the units because they directly fight with that unit, and sometimes that can be quite handy, man. I don't think it's messed up his game. I mean, he made a bold move to Moscow, and it is difficult to take Moscow in this game. Well, you can take it, but it can backfire, and that's the problem. You've got to be in a good position, I think. Right, then. Well, he's a good player. He can probably pull it back. Okay. So we do have these additional forces over here, then. Oops. Now, I do want to bring... I was talking about it in the last stream, actually. Let's see. I do have these cores over here. It depends. They have to pass a check for that. But if they're in the division, it really... This is why I say it depends on the situation. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But yeah, really, in my opinion, it depends on that situation. Okay. I think what we're going to do here, then, is... Let's see. I'm going to have the 17th Army move south. I really need to divvy up the actual support assets here. Yeah, no, it's a good point, but this is it. It just really, in my opinion, depends on what the situation is on the ground. Right, so they can be assigned to 1st Panzer Army. A lot of them could actually do with being refitted, to be honest. So I might have them stay around Stalino and refit this turn, or at least in the turns to come. They could be shifted to the 1st Panzer Army as well, perhaps. We had a look at our generals, actually. Some of them, at least. Yeah, we're good. The reason why I've not done it so much is because it does take some time to go through. But yeah, there's definitely something to bear in mind. Okay, so 1st Panzer Army there has a couple of infantry corps assigned to it. I'm going to have this corps assigned to this 2nd Panzer Army. I'm trying to really organise things properly. It's been a little bit touch and go because we have really... we began this operation in a very interesting position, didn't we, really? Like, already plunged in there. And they can be assigned to 3rd for the time being. Sorry, I meant to be 4th. Whoops, they should have been 4th. God damn it. I forgot this is 4th Panzer Army down here. Just temporarily shift the 3rd Panzer Army down here will be okay. One more hex. But that's fine there now. Okay. Right, what we'll do then. So we do have the Finns over here. We do see Soviets over here. What is my reconnaissance like? Wow. So last photo on turn 47 there. Okay. So that is a city there. It doesn't appear to be in rough terrain, which is good. So, what do we have here? Rough terrain. This is rough here. So I really want to have the Jaegers brought up as soon as I can, really. So we have clear terrain over here, then. And this is also swamp, then. I'm going to try to overpower this unit here. So, what I'm going to do then is use the Romanians then, just to... I think just to act as an exploratory unit then for the time being. So I could go here. Okay, so there are a couple more units here than we actually originally had believed. A bit of a shame. I was hoping for an easy ride, but yeah, it makes sense. So what we can do then is we can actually concentrate our efforts against these forces here. I do want to actually open up the way towards the port over here. So 7 there, 7. So I can go there. I do have the forces coming across so I can actually manage this. Like, this unit over here doesn't affect me with theirs under control. So I'm going to have these Finnish forces brought down here. There we are. So I do have L Corps there. Now, this is rough terrain, which is not exactly ideal. They do have Jaegers built into them. I mean, these are ski squads. I don't think... Yeah, they gain an advantage in snow, but not situations like this. The numbers seem to be in our favour there, 31.5. I could potentially even have the Romanians aid in that. But then if I do, the Romanians may be potentially in the way. So, we'll see. I could bring the Romanians over here, but they wouldn't have enough AP. I can't bring them across here in time, but I'm going to have the Mountaineers brought across anyway. Right, so I do have these assets over here, then. I could do with an actual motorized corps being sent down this way. We do have the 101st Light Division and the 97th Light Division here as well. That's good. Yep, they're arriving here. I have the 7th SS Mountain Division here as well, so they're going to be moved up over here. The 8th SS Cavalry as well will be moved as well. Okay. Let's get them across the river then. Well, across the... I guess you could say across on the ferry here then. The straits is probably the word I'm looking for. Well, surely enough, I don't need them as of yet. Okay. What I'm going to do then, actually, is I'm going to shift the 17th Army then. So I've got this over here then. Okay. They need to be shifted as well. These divisions over here could be used to really rest. I could potentially have them moved up over here to Rostov. We have some divisions down here that could do with that rest. We do have a number of our forces over here actually resting. I'm going to have them taken off a train now. There we are. They're going to remain in place and build up that combat potential. The thing about combat potential is, well, combat preparation is it's so very important because I need 100 before I can actually start to build up the ammunition above 100%. Like, they need that combat prep. They also, like, they have such a strong bonus at 100%. When they go below 100, and I think then again below 50, they do receive combat molasses. They do gain penalties when they fight in combat. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, what we're going to do here, then, is, let's see. Now, this port over here is being changed over to an export port. We do have the same over here as well. We do have supplies apparently coming from over here at Mariupol, at least to be, seems to be where they're sourcing some of them. I do have the rail line over here. I'm going to be actually building the rest of this line. So it's currently up to here right now. So what I can go ahead and do then is shift them up there. They can go ahead and transfer across over here. And what we're going to do then with this FBD here is this FBD is going to head towards... It's going to essentially beeline to that port over there by converting these to the port. I probably might just beeline to the port first, actually. We'll see. They can be taken off the train. They're going to take the rails down here, deep into the Khmer. But yeah, I'll have a depot built here then if I can. Oh no, technically I already have a depot anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, because it's a port, we have a depot. I have a depot there as well, so that's cool. That's cool. I will build another depot over here then, so we already do have that. So there we are. I can go back. So yeah, another depot there will help us out. They can use their horses to draw supply there, so that's good. Okay. But yeah, things are moving. Let's see then. So I'm going to go ahead and let them go for it. I could assign some units here perhaps. Like I do have those machine gunners actually, which is quite interesting. I think I will give them an assault. Yeah, we'll give them a pioneer battalion each. I do like them because they do add some nice strength there. Especially because... Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see here. Those satchel charges are quite useful. Yeah. The anti-tank mines. The flamethrowers as well. They're really quite good for being able to break down enemy fortifications. Okay. So, who do we have in charge over here then? Lindemann. He's okay, actually. They're within that range. I just need to move the 17th Army so we have that benefit. I'll sort out which army that call will go to. I could even have them brought down here, to be fair. We'll see. How you doing there, Nonin? Good to have you, my friend. Now, what I want here, then, is to place them where we are going to be transferring the freight, really. Export port free. We'll have you transferred. Let's see. This I don't really need. I'm going to have that transferred to the garrison. There we are. Yeah, we could do another rail line down here. We do have that rail line to Mariupol as well, which is really quite good. It means that Mariupol is in the network, which is quite handy. We do have freight being shipped out here, which is interesting. Well, this is it. I mean, they're down here because I had them move down here to attack Odessa. I think we attacked it with mud, didn't we? I don't know, actually. Did we have snow? I think we had mud at that time. But I don't mind it. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll have winter again, and we're still going to be fighting the Caucasus, so it's better to have them actually where they're going to be useful. So I'm going to have that army moved up there. They're well within range. He's a good commander, actually. You can see that 17th Army there, 69 victories and 31 defeats. That's due to the fact that they had so many attacks against us here in the south. But we managed to actually hold in the end and managed to really deal some pretty tremendous damage to them. So we have our headquarters within range. We have the headquarters within range of the core there. There we are. So I'm going to go ahead and launch that attack. See the odds have improved a bit there. The ground is clear. It's rough terrain, so should be able to manage it. Yeah, we have the 63rd retreat, and we have, yeah, the 411th route. So it looks like we're dealing with the 47th Army. I can actually further exploit this, which is really quite nice. That's good to see now. Okay. Now, I'm gonna have some of these Romanians. I think I'm gonna have these two Romanian divisions actually head back to guard possibly this port network, but it depends. I could have them use to guard the ports over here, really. What I need to try and do is take out these Soviet ports as quickly as I can and really try to just get rid of their ability to launch any sort of strikes like that. Ah, so we see headquarters over here then. Okay, we see units over here by Azov. That's interesting. So I'm going to try to launch a paratrooper attack over there if I can. That'd be really nice if I could do that. So let's see then. Yeah, so they can shift. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is have them shift up over here. So you can see that there is an enemy unit there. So 6, so yeah, we still have the capability to launch a deliberate attack. That is what I like to see there. You over here. Let's see. See if we have a better leader then, I guess. So 555, 6, 361. 7767, 771. Infantry there, 777, 581. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Yep, 8 infantry, 7s on everything else. Sounds like a good one to have in place there. They're within range of that, that's cool. Now, they are dealing with the city there. So I only have the machine guns here. It looks like L-Corps. Yeah, L-Corps has some additional assets assigned to it here. They also have a little bit of artillery. Well, we're lacking artillery here. Can I get some artillery in here? Not right now. We don't have any to spare. Okay. So they could potentially make that attack. What I'm going to do then is shift up the 6th Finnish Infantry Division. I was hoping I'd gain some information there, but alas no. So 4. Not enough to launch that deliberate attack then. Okay. So I could launch the deliberate attack this turn. There is a chance that we are successful. Now, it's city, so that's going to be dense terrain, I do believe, or at least, yeah, I think it's dense, not double dense. I could assign in some Romanian machine gun battalions. The Romanian machine gun battalion is quite nice because they do add about 1,000 manpower or so. Well, about 1,000 or so men. Yeah. 34 rifle squads. We do gain some of the actual machine guns, which is quite nice. It's handy enough. But yeah, having those squads is quite useful. And they're pretty large squads, actually. The Romanians have some pretty large squads of 17 there. Okay. 29.7. It's likely to succeed. So I think I will give it a go. 13. Yeah, and if it wasn't for that combat delay, maybe, but we'll see. They're just a hex too far out, really. So we'll hope for the best. It doesn't particularly matter if we fail here today. We will have the means to be able to push it forward in the following turn. And it's a bit of a gamble, because otherwise I would have had 2 divisions actually head back over here to actually rest. But hopefully we do take the port. It looks like we take the port, so that, yeah, looks like we've got the port there. That's really, really useful, actually. Naval AA Battalion. Quite a few there. Wow. Quite a bit of AA there. That's a lot of AA. That is a lot of AA. Oh my god. But we do capture the port there. That's very important. They've routed, so 7,500 losses. We had 1,000 our own there. But that's very good. Now, can I exploit that? Yes, I can, thankfully. So we'll move the 32nd Division into the port over here. There we are. Very nice, very nice. I'll take the 2 cores over here and shift them in here. Now, the port itself then, actually not bad, not bad. Not as much damage as there could have been there, really. And we do have a level 2 airfield here to work with. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get these transferred in here then. There we are. Now, AA guns do tend to get destroyed, actually. Let's see. So that's what was in the battle there. Though that may not be showing all of the units there. What I can go ahead and do then is go over here to ground losses. If I take a look at destroyed units. Yeah, so we do have, wow, we had the PVO, yeah, the 351st Regiment, Battalion. Yeah, that's quite a few battalions there. So I'm not entirely sure what would be in those units. You could probably take a look at that, but I can imagine that's quite a few battalions. Well, it's quite a few guns there. It would be nice if I could see what guns I captured this turn. And I'm not too sure, to be honest. We'd have to take a look at the numbers before and after. Oh, that's cool. Which game is that, Bambora? Right, so we have that there. We are going to need the Jaegers to push up on over this side here. But we do have a good starting position, which I'm very happy about now. So let's see. I'm going to have them shifted up over here. Okay. Yeah. You can remain there for the time being then. I need them to build up their combat preparation. Yeah. Dear. Okay. But I got what I need there. I think what I could do then is I could potentially push on further forward. Right now we're in the swamp, which is fine. I'm more or less happy with that. I want them just to remain as they are, just so they can actually, and in fairness, maybe I should, nah, it's okay. It's okay. I'll have them stand that airbase there. Okay. Yeah, we do have some additional infantry divisions to shift up here as well. Oh, they can actually move it across. Yeah, they can make it across there, but that's good. That's very nice there. They can be taken off the train. They can't make it across as this turn. So I need a motorized core down here, really. That will help us out pretty nicely. I'm going to have this transferred to the garrison as well, actually. Yeah. I could just potentially have them assigned to the army group, in fairness. Well, I can't do with them. But they're not a rail line, that's why. Yeah, I think at some point I will have some divisions just to guard these ports. But if we can actually take out the ports over here, that will definitely help us out. I think that's the largest port they had there. On this side of the Black Sea. They do have some size 2s. Size 1 there. And a size 3 down here. So yeah, they had 2 size 3 ports. Well, you managed to grab one of them there. And the rest are 2s and 1s then, so that's good to see there. But this is good, so we can see that there are troops down here, but we are in a good position now. Having taken this, that is very useful, make that a very high priority. Very nice. Let's see. Yeah. Just need to get a few more support units down this way. Okay. Yeah, what I'm going to go ahead and do then, let's see. I mean, I could have them moved up over here, but I think I'd like to have them rest if I could. But I need to break up the 22nd Air Landing. Now, what I'd like to go ahead and do is... I'm not even sure if I can do this. Oh, don't tell me they've been shifted. I don't want to shift freight, I want to shift a unit. I need to break them down anyway. Now they're currently total rest. I've never used this mechanic before, actually. Oh, can they actually shift there? Okay. It might be because they're not broken up. So let me just go ahead and shift them. Is there something here I can shift? I'll shift the 4th Panzer Army just temporarily. It might be also because of the mode that so if I have them placed into ready, and if I have them just broken up over there. Okay. They do have 85 combat prep. Let's see. So airborne. I don't want to do that. Again, I've never used this. Okay, so I can see them over here to start now. Okay. Loading cost. Maybe take the lighter one. Must be adjacent. I think that's to transfer them to another base there. So if I choose Mariupol? No? I think that... Yeah, I've never used this before. There we are. Oh, that's pretty cool there, sweet. Yeah, I've never used this system before, but that's quite interesting. They may not be able to fly this turn, perhaps. I'm not sure. Let's see. Now, you're over here. They may not be ready. That could be a reason as to why. Could be one of the reasons. Again, I've never used this system here. Yeah, you can see that they would fly down this way. But if I was to shift them, it looks like this would be to shift them to friendly bases there. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, not ready for airborne mission. Now, they should be air transportable. It may be due to the fact that I changed their headquarters this turn, I'm not sure. But I can happily leave them there another turn, really does not matter much to me. Pretty fine. We'll see. Right, okay, I was kind of hoping they could drop today, but that's okay. So I'm going to have these forces moved over here to actually rebuild them, I reckon. Though arguably, Mariupol is a really good spot for that, because I should in theory be able to receive troop transports. Okay. Let's see. Because it's like, it's only given the option of these guys here. Only giving me that option. Like, here I have other options. So they can definitely do it then. It's just, they don't seem to be ready right now for that. I imagine that might be due to their command being changed, perhaps? I'm not too sure there. It's just done automatically, like I'm not choosing this, it's just this is the only one I have. That's the only option I've been given though. Need more, yeah, well, because I don't think I've assigned any... Oh, they're already assigned, aren't they? So that's a 557, because that's a brigade. These are regiments, which are lower. I could transfer in more there, we'll see about that. Yeah. Well, we can't drop a division anyway, we'll be dropping the regiments. So we'll have to get some more transports in. I could only transfer so many into this area due to the airfield restraints. So that's something that we'll bear in mind then. It's not essential, it would have been fun though to have done. Okay, but it's good to see that there's some issues there. Where do I want these to go? I think I want to take them to Finland, perhaps. Let's take a look over here, but this. Get rid of that, get rid of that. So, Finland received some additional, another security division here. They had a couple, they had a couple units arrive here today, then. So, they actually had the security divisions arrive in Finland. That's fantastic, actually. And they'll receive another one on turn 50, on the 52nd turn. Okay, cool. That's very cool. What I think I'll do then is, let's see, what's our garrison like here? It's looking fair enough. There's not really anything in the garrison I'd want to take out for the most part. So let's take a look at the Balkans then, shall we? As far as it goes to the Balkans, yeah, there's some nice units. I think I'd prefer... I don't know. They do seem to have some German equipment, which is interesting. A bit of a mixed bag there. Experience is lower. They have higher experience there. Some of them are okay. I don't know. The towns could be very useful in the mountains. I mean, they're probably going to be of most use there. But then it does make me think, well, if we take a look at Finland, it's like, there's all these mounted divisions here. So 115. I'm going to transfer them to Finland, I reckon. I mean, we do have some strong units in Finland that I'd like to take out. These are not the largest units here anyway. 4 turns to get to Finland. That one's an interesting one. I'm not sure what I can do with that one. Looks like the rest of the 221st is somewhere else. So, to Finland there. I mean, that's only equivalent to a single reserve anyway. A single security division, I should say. Yes, I'm not sure what I can do with you. I don't know where the rest of your unit is. Very interesting unit there. Okay. So, from Finland... I'm going to try and take what security units what Jaegers I can. I've honestly no idea that's sweet. I guess so. So, congratulations. 152 guns. Yeah, they need more guns, so they could go into the reserve in it. Yeah, they, oh, it's a regiment, that's why. That actually could be like a... Oh, it's a... that's very cool, actually. That's very, very cool. That's actually really quite interesting there. Ah... I like that. Okay. And they've got some French guns too, it seems. Cool. Right, transfer you to the map. How does that affect things? 112. I could probably get away with all of those, actually. We'll do it bit by bit. Yeah, we can get all the Jaegers there. So I'm going to transfer them all out. No, I really like the idea of having that as a support unit. That's really cool. Right, so we'll go for that then. So that's all the Jaegers brought out of Finland. They'll have to manage. Okay. Yes. So we need more freight up in this area. And that will be accomplished over here. Like, these rail lines are being repaired. You can see that we do have these guys. So it'll be about 3 turns before this... Well, sorry, 2 more turns before this will be completely repaired. If I don't send an FBD here. Right, take them off the train. Right, you don't have any attached to you right now. I'd really like to get them down here if I could. I'm going to have you assigned to the 17th Army. So that is the 44th. And... there we are. Okay, I really kind of hate that color, but okay. So, high. Yeah, then they'll be moving over there. So we'll actually have that motorized element over here. That'll be quite nice. Alright. So in 23 turns, there'll be Panzer Grenadier divisions. Okay. Still got units over here to move as well. Yeah, I need to get that combat prep built up ASAP, really. So they need to just sit still. They need to just recover that. That's interesting to see a build-up over this way. I could maybe transfer additional reserves or another reserve division here. But the train does work to our advantage. I would like them to dig that in a little bit sooner. These guys are set to reserve, so there are reserves here. But in fairness, it is part of their actual divisions themselves. So what I might go ahead and do, because we have the 112th, and yeah, okay, I'll bring another division here. Have those reserves potentially merge back into the divisions proper, perhaps. We'll see. We shall see. There are additional forces that could be moved. Wow, look at them. Yeah, see, that's a big difference there. Having 100 combat prep is really good. You can see their ammunition, so their supplies is able to increase over 100% as well, which is some really nice stuff there. When do they upgrade now? It's 23 turns, so they're 42 infantry. Okay. 50 mil pack guns. They actually do have the 75s. That's the next upgrade there, 43. Yes, okay. What do they have right now? They actually do have some 75s already, which is pretty damn good. The 75 is a damn good gun. Very good gun. Gosh, I'm conscious of the fact that I have so little time. This game, man. Okay. Let's see here. Again, I'm going to have these corps worked out. I didn't really intend to have all 4 Panzer armies down here, but things are not quite worked out as of yet. We did bring on the Panzer armies, bring on the actual Panzer, sorry, in the last turn, 2 turns. There's still some Panzers actually heading out to the front here. We really abused our freight, but I needed to get those units to the front lines, really. I still... Oh, yes, we have the Nord SS Mountain Division as well. They're going to head to the Crimea. There we are, so they can head to Odessa for now. I'm going to have them assigned to the 17th Army now. They're outside range, but they're under an army. Okay, so we'll get them transferred down this way then. Okay. So, we managed to take our first objective over here, which is the port, which is fantastic. We do want to aim for this city over here, where we do have some oil production, which is quite nice, or at least the town over there. As far as it goes for actual objectives, yeah, oh wow, look at that. So that's actually worth 10. Condition radar is worth 10 as well. So there's 20 victory points we gained there. And then the other victory points are out this way. So I need to isolate Rostov this turn. I don't know, I might have these troops used just to isolate this, and we'll see there. Okay. Roads leave something to be desired out here, that's for sure. Yes, the river does make a tremendous difference there too. I'm going to assume that there's units here. I'm going to assume that. Yeah, it looks like there are. So, we'll bring the infantry up then. Let's see. Yeah, we'll bring the infantry up. I'm going to assume there's... Ah, okay, so there's actually not men here then. It looks like the... That's interesting, okay. Gosh, they're building that fort up there, but we'll surround it and that'll matter for naught. Right, units over here then. I'll sort out these corps as well shortly enough. Okay. Yeah, this is why this is so important then, and I do agree that we should have the mobile elements down here. That's a good call. The fact that we're making games over here is going to really erode their position. It would be great if I could get the airborne transported here, so I'll try and bring more transports in. And, yeah, just really try and make use of them in this area. Okay. Get that sorted out shortly. As much as I prefer to have them rebuilt, I'm going to have to probably make use of them for now. Don't really like it, but what can I do? They have shifted in a way that makes it difficult for me to get to them. Now, I can rebuild that rail line, so I don't want to stray too far from a rail line. I should be able to manage, because no, that's okay by me. I don't want to push out too far. Though saying that, we'll push out as far as we can. Rail will be okay. Right, there we are. Gonna have the infantry reorganise then. I'll place you on the rail over there, actually. In fact, I do have that there, so I'll place you there on the depot and that port. Okay, need to get this reorganized. So I do have an FBD now that is available, which is an interesting one to make use of. I could potentially bring... would it be a bad idea to actually have this line go down to the Crimea, to be honest? It's like right now I've got that in operation, but I could also do with that rail line being brought online, so we'll have to decide which one's more important. That would be great to get that freight down here to the Crimea, but I do have ports, so that definitely does also help out pretty significantly. This is an import. I'm not too sure if I should keep it as an import, but for now I will. Okay. Right. Again, I need them to recover. So I really don't want to use panzers right now. Especially as we do have the mud, so this might be a turn where we don't advance that far, really. Ideally, make use of the road system. I want to try and find the chinks in their armor here. So we do have a way across the river, which is pretty useful, actually. Establish that position there. Okay. So that needs to be wrapped up immediately. That's what I get for the hasty attack. There we are. Okay. Now that actually leaves me in an interesting position. The ground here is light mud, that's the problem. I do have some clear terrain over here, however. So we have clear terrain, clear terrain, clear terrain. Light mud over here. I might be able to exploit that. But I would like to also give these units a chance to rest, really. It's an interesting one. So I could look to bust open like a gap here. We'll see what we can do over here at the north. My reconnaissance may not be as infallible as I would like. Like, it doesn't appear that we have good reconnaissance out this way. So I have no idea what could actually be behind that. Which is always a fun thing. Again, I do also need to bear in mind giving them time to actually build up combat preparation. It really does dramatically improve their combat effectiveness. It is not even a joke how much it does. Alright, they're forced retreat there. Again, it does give that combat delay, which is not exactly great. 5, okay. We'll shift up and possibly on that side. They could do with maybe going back to the reserve there to build their morale back up. I do have that FBD there to actually help us with rails in this area, which is really quite good. That will definitely help out the situation. Okay. I guess the question is, do I want to try and exploit this in the mud? I could do that, but I think it might be worthwhile to actually bring them back to Kharkov. I really want to get this line repaired. I might even bring that FBD up over there. Could that make it? It could make it there, but it wouldn't have that much. Could it make it via the rail? But then that's quite some way to go. I do give up on converting the rail in my immediate vicinity. And in fairness, they do have... there is capacity here, not as much capacity coming through that line. But there is this line over here, there is this connecting line here, so there is freight being brought down there. It's just this line is under so much strain, because so many units transfer across it. But that'll ease. And by the time that's eased, I mean, this line will be connected up anyway, so it's okay. I just need to push out here with the infantry, then just make sure we have that Need to prepare for the assaults on Grozny and Tula, really. So they're really recovering. Need to have them refitted, really. Get the panzers up to scratch, ASAP. Yeah, we should make some good progress down here in the south. No issues moving up over there. We do have you here now, so once I can get some more support in there, that's going to be great. We do have you here. You're assigned to Army Group Center, which you should be assigned to Army Group South. That's probably causes some of the issues here. That does place you over, so I will have to sort that out. I could potentially have, and I think what I could do here then, let's see. I've got this Panzer Army. You are assigned to Army Group Center. I'll assign another Panzer Army to Army Group Center then. I think I'll take 2nd Panzer Army, have them assigned to Army Group Center there, which should actually take off a lot of the load from Army Group South. Ooh, Army Group Center there's a little overloaded. Let's see. North. Yeah. We will be gaining a new army group in the future. So I'm going to have to balance things around there. Let me see here. Army group. Yeah, so on turn 59, I will have Army Group B. And that is going to arrive on the map. So 10 turns until we get a new army group. So I can manage things for now. We'll try and pass it between them and balance things out. If anything, I could place... I mean, you're 3rd Romanian. I'm going to have 3rd Romanian placed back under the command of Army Group Antonescu. I could even place additional assets under the command of Army Group Antonescu just to try and take away some additional strain from the army groups down here. Right, you're under... yeah, okay. The army here, under Antonescu. Okay, that's fine. That should help to alleviate some of the demand there. Right, okay, so logistics needs to be sorted out here then. This one's interesting. I might bring back the motorized and have them recover somewhat, build up some combat prep. They can't seem to cross the river this turn. So I think what I want to do then is have them really stay in position and just build up combat preparation for the most part. Really be able to be in a position to then exploit. Yeah, so slight, but it's not exactly great. Also giving these guys the same time to try and rebuild, try and just, like, build them up, really. Need to repair that rail line out that way. So let's see then. Yeah, if I connect this, I mean, then again, this is really tempting to connect that line up. But, it doesn't really do me that much good. I've got this here, so, we'll have it go north. I have it go north. I'm going to follow that line. Right, there we are. Build a depot there. There we are. That can carry on this way. I could even potentially leave that in place there. Maybe use as a super depot, technically. But that's okay. Yeah, there's too many core commands down here. There's going to be reorganization ongoing. Okay. So, these railways over here, these ones are the large ones. So they have 2 rails. They're like they're dual gauge. These other ones over here, these are single gauge. So these single ones have about 40% of the capacity of these dual ones. So these dual ones are the ones that are carrying the meat there. Hey, done that, Arthur? It depends really on whose side you're talking about. The Soviets have been the ones suffering for the most part. We're just shy of 7 million losses on their part. We managed to capture the port down here, which is good. So that's going to help us out. Get that repaired there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very interesting. It adds a lot to the game, in my opinion. So I do actually have a... yeah, we do have 2 divisions over here. We actually have you, which I need to have you sent to OKH. to have you converted into a support unit. You I'm going to have transferred over here to the north to use as I so wish. Right, and you can... I could have them take up a position here. I don't know. Let's see. So they are building up forces here in this area, which is interesting. And I do have additional divisions here, so I think I will have them position themselves to be able to help resist. It would be great to have a reserve, to be honest. They're still within command range. I may have them switch commands in fairness, but they're okay for now. So that's fine by me. Here I think I will have them build back up. It does worry me that they are doing what they are. I could have these actual fortified units placed over here, along that road, perhaps. It means that they would then have to attack. They could move in here and attack, though, so it'd be better off having them like a line further back. But that's okay. We brought another division here. They should be fine for the most part. Here, I've been umming and ahhing about whether to set them static or not, to be honest. I think if I was to set them static, I'd be better off just having them as a division, stacked as that division there. I'm digging in a second line, but I'm like, do I need to dig in a second line? I don't know. I keep umming and ahhing about that. Because there's potential to make limited counteroffensives into this area just to drive up potential losses on their side. But I don't know if it's even worthwhile doing that, to be honest. I could even take one regiment, another regiment off of the front line and actually have it sent to the rear, in all honesty. But then I don't like to be in a position where we're a single regiment on the front line. As you can see there, 55 defensive CV, 53, 69, 57, 53, 51. Yeah, some of these aren't as strong as you'd like them to be. Light Woods is not fab. So I think in fairness, in Light Woods, I probably may have them just stacked as that single division. Brings us up to 50. Yeah, I think positions like this, I can't really afford to play it. Indeed. I could even just have the security divisions, well, security units there. I think I'll do that. I don't know, it's an interesting one, really. And that might be the strategy that we go forth with, really. Like, you can see their defensive CV is very high. Very high. It's an interesting one, really. Like, they're digging in there, but in fairness, it's like, if they're digging in there, is it even worth it? I'm not so sure. Because I could achieve what I'm doing here with just using the fortified regions. I don't know. But then this is it. It's additional manpower usage, isn't it? It's an interesting one. So I am trying to get through things here relatively quickly so we can get through and have a good turn. I'd like to do that. I think I'm going to have you... I don't know. I'm tempted to send that one to the reserve there just to build their morale back up. Alternatively, I could have them attack that. I can't be guaranteed as a victory though, but it could be useful to do so. Let's see. 6 there. Another division on there would be nice. Thanks, Crip. The issue is that I cheapen my craft. Yeah, they could do with being under the same division if they attack. That is a malice to attack with forces from other divisions. Fourth Corps, 30th Corps. Now they can't pull up that plant attack. I don't know, they... I don't know. One can with the exact same MP, but it's because they have 6 MP versus 5, isn't it? So, it's a tough call on that one. I'll give it a go, and then we'll go for the haste attack. That's probably going to shut it down there. Ouch. That wipes them out, actually. That's a pain. I'll have them shift there, actually. Allows me to move the motorized off, at least. Bit of a pain on that one. Shift them there for that reason, too. Okay. You go to 30 for now. I'm also going to take some of these support elements away. Have you make a deliberate. Oh, that routes them. Ah, it's a really cool game. Very cool game. Right, shift you that way. You can be shifted that way. Shift them there. I do need to sort out these core commands. Like, they're all over the place, in all honesty. Now, I need to start getting into the habit of like having every unit on the front line. It's not necessary. What I need to do is actually have some units in reserve, to be honest. Reason being that I can actually build up the combat prep. Okay, one of these units needs to be changed. So let's see. I want to take you away from that. I do have a 4th corps here. I'm gonna have them, yeah, I'm gonna have to have these like corps rearranged and have the divisions actually signed in a manner that makes sense. So the Soviets did pull back from their positions here. Now it's not ideal that I'm moving my self here as such, but I think it's worthwhile to take advantage of them to try and unbalance them, really, if I can manage that. Now, there's not a road here as such, and the mud really does limit us in what I can do. Right, they're rebuilt. Okay. They could be... they could do with being pulled off the line to be rebuilt there. There is 71% there of rifles got TOE and obviously lower on other ends. I'd like to have them. But I mean, they're doing pretty good there. 33 wins, 2 losses there. Their morale reflects that. Their morale definitely reflects that. Okay. So I'll generally shift up the line. I'm going to pull them off the line where I can. Send them over here to Belgorod so they can actually go ahead and refit. Shift that down. They had a great all-time refit in there. 76 and 82 morale. Yeah, 14 wins and 1 loss. They're looking pretty fab there. Right, there we are. So once these rails are repaired, I can actually make some good use there. Have them shift over there to north of Belgorod. Okay. So I'm building up a line here because this is where I do want to actually try and envelop them. The roads don't really support it, but we do have an opening here between the rivers. So that's quite handy. So that's going to be where I'd be pushing an assault forward. So I'm going to try and build up mass in that area. So 258th can shift forward here. 111th can shift there. What I'm going to do then is have 262nd and 76 here remain in position, refit while they can. And then we're going to have them use like so. Now, let's see. I do have that motorized core, which can sit in here. I do have a 6th army as well, which is very handy. So I'll have them moved in there. Move that core in there. You're an unassigned core, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do with you. Like, things got very confused during the winter because we shifted a lot of forces very quickly and without real heed to that organization. Here, I could shift up again, but I'm happy with the positions as is. We have level 3 defenses there. I'm happy with that. Again, I want these guys just to build up as quickly as they can. Refit these guys. Bring them up to scratch. Like, the more combat potential they build, the better. Also, really burn off that fatigue as well. That'd be great. That would be great. I may potentially have fortified regions take up these rear echelon positions in the future. Would have to see about that, really. Now, where we have a chance to potentially attack airborne brigades, I might take it. But that's heavy woods, where it's a good defensive CV value. So they gain 3 from being in the heavy woods. They have 3 from a fortification, and they have a river. So it might be a weakest unit in the world, but they're still gaining a lot there. So you can see the difference in the odds there. So I could attack that unit. And, I'm going to try and... well, actually, there's a big malice. These guys are under 9th Army, Army Group North. These guys are under Army Group Center, and they're also under different corps. So there's a penalty for attacking with units from different commands, essentially. The biggest penalty you can get is by attacking with a unit from another corps, from another army group. It's not worth it, really. Like, yeah, it adds into it, but it's not worth it. So, 16th Rifle Brigade. That roused them. I don't know if that was worth it, but it was like 10 times their losses, but I don't know. Sometimes it's like hard to say. Whereas over here, having them attack together absolutely makes sense. Same corps, same army group. They'll fight better. Okay. That's clear terrain. Ground's clear. I don't like level 3 defenses, but I would like to try and take that away from them as well. Again, loss is probably not worth it, actually. No, not really worth that, was it? I need to be better than that. I think what I'm going to do then, because these guys are in an awkward position where they are, I think I'm going to have that division actually freed up as a reserve, to be honest. So where they are right now doesn't really help me, so I think I'm going to have them move there. Have them assigned directly to the 9th Army. And just let them sit pretty. Yeah, mixed attacks. Yeah, I was reading about that evoke, and it's quite interesting, actually. Like, I was that's something I was looking at earlier, actually. Thanks, Microsoft. But I was looking at here, earlier up. Where is it? Somewhere over the rainbow. Okay, it's a bit further up than I thought. It's up here somewhere. Okay, I'm nearly... Ah, yeah, there you go. Command chain CV modifications. For each command, so for each combat, each side will have a designated command and HQ unit. Generally, this command HQ we select because it's the unit with the highest CV. These penalties will vary. So, right, units belonging to different Axis Corps headquarters of the same army will have a 10% penalty, the equivalent for the Soviets. Yeah, so this is like just the manual, living manual. So if you take a look at the proper manual, you'll probably see this better. But in this example, the two units are probably the worst combination possible. Not only do they not share the same core HQ, their respective army HQ reports to different army groups. Yeah, there you go. So it's not worth it. Yeah, nearly. I don't know who would do that. I wouldn't do that. Cough, cough. Right, let's go ahead and actually get some... Yeah, well, what I'm going to do then is... We'll shift up the FPD. Okay, so you can stay there. And... shift that up. I'm going to have the... units moved here, send them to refit. Try and get some combat prep back in them. They need to go ahead and refit, to be honest. Have them out there. I need to have like a refit core. Like, it's a lot of disorganized stuff right here, to be honest. A lot of disorganized stuff. Well, defense and dev could really look like whatever heck you wanted it to. I didn't realize that bloody motorized down there. That'd be bloody fantastic, eh? Ah, so many men. If I cannot push that. Maybe a little bit too far forward. Right, let's see. Let them sit pretty... I've got 4th Panzer here. Right. Move these headquarters into here. Where's the 1st Panzer Army headquarters? 1st Panzer Army headquarters over there still, so I can shift that up. Okay. Excuse me. Have you attached to the 40th? There we are. They can shift there, they can shift to their command. No. I'm going to go ahead and create a depot there because I already have a rail. Right, there we are. I do want to get a turn done here. Right. I'm just going to have you place under... Well, that's LI. That's Rommel's Corps. We'll just have you place under Guderian. Shit, wrong one. Wrong L. Whoops. Okay. That's what happens when I rush. Right, these guys are going to be brought back to Kharkov to recover. Right, that's Kharkov itself. They can shift out. In fact, right, shift them all out. 3rd Panzer. Love Army. 2nd Panzer moving there. Right, you're a motorized corps, which I really don't want to have. You're not a motorized corps. Have you placed under the 3rd motorized? Okay, I do gain that dual gauge there, which is quite nice. Ah, you did that beard, that's pretty cool. Hang on a tick. I think I must have selected something there by mistake. So I can have that go that way. I'd like to connect that up. I'm going to have a FPD brought up this way anyway. So I'm going to have it go that way. At least for now. At least for now. But there's a town there already which helps out. I'm still going to make one there anyway. Not ideal, but you know. Bring that up. Right, okay. So I'm really trying to get the strength into these units where I can. Is there definitely nobody after me? That'd be good to know. Right, some of these units can actually handle... Well, some of these arms can handle a little bit more, actually. Your corps there, okay. You can be changed. Sorry, I had to suck my throat. They can be changed over to the 6th Army. Push them slightly over, but not much. Okay. I think with that, then we'll try and move into the next turn. But I will transfer additional transports down here. Let's see. Yeah, okay. There we are, we'll go with that then. So I'll run the turn then, so they can continue to rest. They need to change HQ. Don't do that. There we are. Okay, let them build up there. So we'll go with that then, and I'm gonna let the I'm gonna let the AI do that there. I really hope there's nobody on after me. Are you sure there's nobody on after me? I don't know. I've got a hot chocolate actually. It's not really hot. So we'll go with that then in the turn. Yeah. So what we're trying to do here essentially is ready ourselves for the proper fall blow. And it looks, yeah, there we go. So we have the change in the weather there. We do see that's going to be quite important there. So you can see that around Rostov, the rain has dissipated. We don't have the mud here right now as well, which is great. Lovely, humid, warm. You can see there north of Rostov to Voroshilovgrad, we do have Voroshilovgrad, yeah, we do have the mud still. Yeah, fall outcome. Yeah, well that's it. We're just building up. Especially the good weather now should help us. We've secured the port down to the south, which is actually really quite good. Yeah, lovely, humid, warm. Not when you're actually there, I guess. Yeah, so we see the rain to the north. Yeah, looks like the rest of the front is covered with the rain there. But that's fine, it means that in the Caucasus will still have some good effort, some good times. Alright. Looks like they're in reconnaissance there from the 2nd Air Army Reconnaissance Group. Okay. Yeah, we really are pivoting for the big push in the south. I'm hoping it's worthwhile. I'm hoping that it'll be... yeah, I guess I'm hoping that it'll be significant enough that we'll be able to really make what we can of it. Try and draw forces from elsewhere and then make local gains. I would like to get some mobile forces to the rest of the front, maybe like a corps deployed in the north, maybe the yeah, like a mobile corps at Smolensk would be nice. So I think what I might try and do then is draw mobile strength from the west if I can. We'll see. I'm not too happy about the couple hundred men lost to gain a couple thousand. I mean, it's alright, but not good enough. Speed these up over here. Looks like the Red Army will not be attacking this turn. Gone are the days of the winter. Gone are those days when they attacked us every goddamn turn. They're moving freight there. Yeah, I could do with assigning some BF-109s or some Fokker Wolves to just to each really, yeah, just each part of the front for the most part, just to make sure that they actually do have some fighters on hand, just to shoot down some enemy and just to contest the skies, really. They don't need to establish supremacy. Fine by me. Yeah, kill their pilots indeed. I still and ah about, I do have, I still think sometimes about Moscow, but I'm like, nah, that's fine. I think in the end, we can win the game in the Caucasus, and really, come on, mate. If we fight the one in the Caucasus and win the one in the Caucasus, we'll either win the game outright at that point, or we'll win, or we'll last longer anyway by having access to that oil. I don't think we're going to lose. I think we have crippled the... Well, not crippled it, but I think we have inflicted so many upon them. Yeah, shiny red marble. Give me. Indeed. Okay, so 8,600 there. A lot of those we cause ourselves. So pulls back up to 11 now, which is good. Okay, so events here. So Axis naval setback in North Africa. North African campaign events to move forward. That's not good. I'm gonna have to. I don't know. Well, ooh. Oh, I see. Right. That's pretty interesting there. You do learn from these events as well. So we have the partisans there. We do have the benefits of the excess garrison there in Western Europe. That's good. There we go. We do have clear weather in Germany for the most part. Some parts of Bohemia there still suffering with the poor weather. But the majority looking pretty good there. Yeah, the clear weather's fantastic. If I take a look at the weather here... I always click on the bloody wrong one, don't I? Right, so... From May 24th to 31st, you can see the weather in the skies there. The ground, obviously, you can see is waterlogged in the north. But thankfully over here is clear, which is fantastic. Now, humid rain. Humid, warm, clear. So for the next couple turns, yeah, I mean, this is it. So we've got quite a few turns over here, then to actually make use of the spring and the summer as well. So that's going to be great there. Indeed, springtime. And then, yeah, there we are. That's quite good. I mean, we gained 2 extra turns of clear weather in theory in the south, which is really important. I thought I transferred you over. I swear to God I did. I swear to God I did. Okay. Yeah. So, they're not quite ready yet. Let's need to get those supplies down there, so wait for them to build that supply up. Okay. So, we do have some reconnaissance over here then. But, yeah, we'll get the Jaegers across over here then. I don't really want to engage them in the rough terrain with normal infantry. I'd rather just use the Jaegers for that intended purpose. That sounds fine by me. Remains no. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do then is try and get the Jaegers up into position over here. Well, then again, we've got clear terrain over here. This is clear terrain in the city. Rough terrain there. Rough, okay. There is that road there. Then I could potentially attack, but rough terrain really is the best type of natural defense that they can possibly have. So it's like, do I really want to attack them in the best possible terrain, like time after time? Not really, because they'll inflict losses on me that they wouldn't be able to otherwise. So what I'm going to do then is get the Jaegers brought up over here, then get the Jaegers up over here, and then have the infantry march towards Krasnodar. Krasnodar. Yeah, let them head out that way. God damn. I do want to land though. We might be able to land... we might be able to fly them today, I'm not so sure. I think we'll have to see what kind of fighter escort we could have there. It does worry me, but it could be done. So they have shifted forces over here, but critically they have abandoned that swamp over there, which is actually a bit of a mistake on their part. But it's interesting to see that they're still falling back to a degree here. Vroshilovgrad is an open city there, which is pretty nice. I'm happy to take that. Very happy to take that, because that's 650,000 people there. Each unit of population is 50,000 people, so that's a pretty sizable city to abandon. Interesting. Now, our logistics are going to be strained a little. Oh wow, they keep falling back. Okay. I'm happy to take that ground, because I can take that rail line out of the equation potentially. And it does mean that we are gaining ground towards Vrozny. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation there, but yeah. Yeah, you can see that they're rebuilding. I just need to build that combat prep up, and then really try and keep it up there. So I think what we'll do then is we'll have them build up around Kharkov and other cities, really. Really try and get them rested and ready for action. And then I think what I'll do is I'll have them railed up to the front, perhaps. And then at least they can keep that combat preparation. We are in a very interesting position because as far as it goes here in terms of OOB, like, you can see that they have gained some men back, but they're still not a great position. We were once in a position where we were like just within 15k of them. So we'll see. We do need to inflict some loss upon them. So close to the 7 million mark there. So do need to continue to inflict losses there. That's what we need to do. Okay. Let's see. So just repairing rails then. You can see that this rail network being repaired as it goes. Yeah, you can see they're doing the Lord's work, really. Not over here, though. I need those two. But once those two are connected... Once those are connected, sorry, then that does give me the dual gauge line there. Should be very important to have. I can wait for it. Technically, we have dual gauge going to both of these cities anyway. So I'm fine by that. Yeah. They are building strength up in certain areas. Okay. I don't understand why this is happening. Why have they changed? Because I definitely had them assigned there. Maybe your overcommand? I'm not sure. Right. I don't know. I think for the sake of time, I'm going to run the turn here. I'm very conscious that I might be stepping into somebody's time slot. I don't think I am. If somebody's meant to be streaming, my god, let me know. But I think we're okay. I think for the air directors, I'm okay as well. There's not really anything else I need to do as of right now. So I'll run that, and then we'll take a quick look at the turn, and then I'll probably call the stream down here. Again, I'm not super eager for the operational losses. I just want to get a real clear idea of what's going on here. What's my battery on? Is it still 92? Yeah. It's actually funny because it's not using the battery, so the battery's not charged. I'm like, I want to see it at 100. Yeah, a couple air losses there. Alright. I don't want to be doing it every turn. I did it that time because I'm a bit lazy the most when I get things moving. Okay. Yeah, they have so little here. But again, I don't want to be moving up there. I don't really gain anything. So, let's see. No additional reinforcements in Germany. No additional active forces here then as well. In Romania. No Hungary. That's fine. No Slovakia. Okay. Right, so you can shift down here. That's going to be very good for us. Taking advantage of that clear weather there and be able to move them up. So I'm going to bring that supply down to this area. I'll probably connect it back up there, but I'll bring it down to this airfield. Okay, there's a lot going on here. So I do have my motorized core. Bit of a shame that they weren't close enough. Oh, they were drawn turn 55. That's not fun. Need to try and make some use of them. So they do have troops here in the area then. I do have the mountain. I can shift you. Right, shift you up that way. I do want to try and get as much of the Jaegers across as I can now. Get the cavalry across. Right, these guys arrived. Damn it. Okay, so they'll be going across next turn then, it seems. Save for these guys, annoyingly. They can move across, though. Yeah, see, that actually... Ah, that's interesting. Maybe they can't drop. Maybe they can't drop. In which case, that'd be kind of annoying then. Maybe they can't. Maybe it's just an actual division there, I'm not too sure. I do have them there, but they're going to be withdrawn 2 turns, so I don't think they'll be ready. Which is a bit of a pain in the ass there. I'd have to double check. Do have you. Oh, they can't be unloaded as of yet. So... have you there, then unload. Right, there we are. Right. So they're in position then. I'm just waiting on the additional forces to arrive. 4th mountain will do pretty good. Yeah, look at those winds there. Looking very good. Looking very, very good. Let's see. Yeah, I'll wait for the mountaineering troops to arrive. Okay. We have the 7th SS Mountain. We have the Nord SS Mountain. We have the Lebenstadt Adolf Hitler SS Motorized, I believe. And there is the SS Cavalry. Yeah, 8th SS Cavalry there. Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame, and I thought it could have been dropped, actually. I could still technically drop that, then, I guess. God. Wow. There's a lot of bombers and stuff there. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I'd love to have a lot of escort fires, though. So... yeah, as the weather improves, so will our logistics. You can see that they're drawn from depots out there. I forgot to move them, actually. I forgot to move that Panzer. Whoops. Yeah. Eventually, they will be making a war in Europe, actually, which will be very interesting. Okay. Is that rail yard still not repaired, or is that coming to attack recently? I've got to feel like that's coming to attack recently. Interesting that manpower was actually repaired there. Quite a lot of population, though. And the good thing is, by them giving ground, it does allow me to actually push up and neaten the line out. They're not making it easy, though, for me to actually encircle them to a degree. But then again, they are leaving a chink in the line here, if I actually have the reconnaissance there. Yes, that's correct. We will be due. Let's see. Yes, these replacement battalions arrived on the map. They arrived in Western Europe. Okay. We do have an influx of actual... some interesting units as well, actually. As you can see that we have a number of these heading elsewhere, but we do gain quite a lot of flak there, actually, but some Italian stuff as well, which is quite useful as reinforcements. They're transferring to Western Europe. Here we go. In turn 53, this is where you gain like a lot of Italian stuff, really, which is quite nice. I'm tempted to potentially pull out of North Africa now, because if you get forced out of North Africa, you get some forces back, but they arrive in they arrive disarrayed and much lower strength. I don't know, but I'm holding there because it's good for the victory points. I don't want to lose victory points at this stage. We'll see. There we go. Oh no, I thought that was the... Yeah, I thought that was the T-34B1, or the Panzer T-34B1. That's coming at some point. Let's see, armor. There we go. Krim Panzer Battalion. So they arrive on the 52nd turn, so we actually get to use the Panzer T-34B there. That's cool. Yes. And then they transfer to Western Europe? Interesting. That's cool. Okay. So if I take a look at the garrison here. I'd like to think that's helped. I'm going to have to take a close look at that. Oh, Shadow Empire is so much fun. I like Shadow Empire. That's a lot of fun there. Well, that's helping out there anyway. Axis reserves. The Romanians can go to the garrison. I think I sent that to garrison. I'm not entirely sure which one I clicked there. Oh, some of these need to be sorted out and sent to the front. I need to also send out flak to different fronts. Right, that's still damaged. These are ready, but I need to decide what to do with them, really. Probably have them sent to the front short enough. The 3rd Panzer is still being rebuilt. It's going to take some time. Oh well. Yeah, I forgot about the 25th Panzer on the rail line as well. Whoops. Okay. Now these guys are quite fortunate as well because they're in clear terrain. They're also part of the assault HQ, so and they're not on the front line. And I think when it being the port there, they should have in theory taken on some. They should have done well. Let's see, supply details. Yeah, they received some good replacements there. Which is important actually because they're all just nearly, they're just all about the 20k mark for the most part. That's good. 93 vehicles there. The hell do you have? Ah, yes, you have the Furby Light. Yeah, so they have the Furby Light Infantry Battalion with their perfect morale. They do have the Panzer IIIs in there and some Panzer IIs. As well as some FDKFZs and Panhards. Very cool. They also do have a mixed flak battalion, but they also do have the 300th FKL Panzer Pioneer Battalion, which has 26. It should have about 30, I think. Yeah, it should have 32 Panzer IIIs. Yeah, they get a shitload of support there. They also do have the armored Panzer Pioneer squads, which are freaking fantastic. There's 10 of them, but yeah, they're really well armed. They do have the 2 LMGs there, 2 SMGs, the satchels, flamethrowers, stuff. They're really well armed. And they come in the SDKFZ as well, I believe, which gives them some armor, I think. Very nice. Yeah, we'll see there. But they're looking pretty good. Like, and then they've got the bicycle bloody reconnaissance. Hilarious. I mean, what I could do... look at that. Like, yeah, there we go. So we do have the 1st and 2nd RFSS motorized brigades, and I love these guys. I've been wanting to use these guys for all this time because they're so freaking awesome. I also do have the 2nd PAOK, Sturm Infantry Battalion. They come with the... That's an infantry battalion, but they also do have Stug Fs as well. The Stug 3Fs, which is pretty fantastic. Those are the ones with the tank killers, really, which is pretty fun. So really into those bad boys. Yep. The support pools begin to recover. I do need to actually have support units return to the pool from elsewhere. So 205th Panzer Battalion and 212th Panzer Battalion needs to be returned to the reserve there. Yeah, we do have 2 Panzer battalions. So 2 Panzer divisions in Africa too. As well as some motorized. Yeah, so this over here. The river is going to be quite the impediment there, but it's clear terrain on that side. Should be manageable. Even that could be technically managed, but I'd like to just go ahead and surround it, really. Right, okay. I'm gonna save here and give it a go regarding the air transports. I've never done this before, and we'll see how it works. No. That hex, yes. That is enough. Or not. Maybe they need more. I think they need a bit more then, perhaps. Let me assign you so I can command that bloody matters. I'm going to need one. Yeah. Ah, Verdansk, yeah. That'd be cool. Right. Okay. It's tempting, but I don't gain from it, so I'm going to attack over here. 198. God blue, damn it. Well, it routes them anyway for pretty light losses there. Okay. Right, so 9-9. Let's open the way up. Yeah, Finns do well there. Rounds the enemy. That's great to round them. Okay. So they can actually push forward here. It's clear terrain, but I'm not going to attack something unless I have the ability to pull off a plant. Okay. Romanians might be useful just to take that there. Shift you there. I don't want to always have them on the front either, to be honest. Right, I do have my additional infantry here. Okay. Now, sadly, they can't exploit this as of yet. Soon, though. Yeah, I need to get that rail connected up there. So, yeah, we are making progress here. What I need to do then is open up the way towards Krasnodar. There is a road there, but it doesn't extend up this way. We'll have to contend with the swamp or the mountains, or the rough terrain there, really. The Jaegers, they've been transferred out. Yeah, transfer those bad boys out. So, just gotta wait for them to arrive now in Western Europe. Sorry, on the map. It's gonna take about 3 more turns, actually. 3 more turns, and then they'll be here. So we'll have plenty of Jaegers. That, I don't know what the hell to do with that. I might even just have it turn just like a city fort or something. I don't know. I'll just have it dig in somewhere, really. I could even have it one of these ports over here. Maybe even the port of Constanta, to be honest, considering how important it is. That's not a bad idea. I can't seem to do much with it, so I think I might have it shipped out that way. Yeah, then I'll have that placed into that port there, just because I do worry about that. I might even be able to get around them here. I'm not too eager just to, like, kick that ass, because there's no need. I'm going to bring the Jaegers up. The Jaegers can definitely do it a lot better than we can with the normal infantry. They need to build up that combat prep. I'm going to have another corps brought down this way. Okay, let's see here, then. There's part of me that thinks it might be worthwhile giving the actual German infantry the time to build up combat preparation, but then there's also that part of me that says, go forth, kick their ass. Yeah, like, this is well worth my time. I want to really completely and utterly overwhelm them. Have the fins taken off the line so they can actually recover. Okay. That's just a light division there. Get the infantry across. Okay, so I can't actually convert anything on this rail line. Right, there we are. Right, so we've done that here. Okay, I've access to additional construction units. Let's get this port into action as quickly as we can. There we are. So that's going to be about 6,000 men working on repairing the port there. Near enough anyway. Bit less than that. Okay. So that's done there. Now, I don't have the opportunity to exploit. I could push forward the Romanians. I'm not super keen on it. I might do so just to clear these guys. I think I will. Yeah. Right, so we've achieved a important objective there. That's going to be operational this turn. It takes 2 turns for the ports to become operational, really. Okay. So you can see that they are receiving supplies from these 2 depots over here now, from these 2 ports over here. Yeah, you can see that we had freight arrive by a ship over here. So if I take a look then, yeah, this is all ours. There's no interdiction over here. There's interdiction here, so you can see why they're going into the port of Osipenko. I need that. Really want that. Hey there, Yog. How close to Leningrad, Stalingrad, and Moscow are you? We've had Leningrad's been ours since it's, I don't know, maybe, when did we take Leningrad? I think we've had Leningrad for about at least 2 or 3 months by now, actually. Yeah, maybe longer than that. I can't recall when we took Leningrad, but it's been a while now that we've had that. Moscow, I made a decision early on not to go for. Yeah, before winter we had that, yes. I made the decision not to go for Moscow. So what we're doing right now is just beginning to get things moving towards Farblau. I do have all the motorized panzer armies really just gearing up right now. Weather's has begun to turn down here, which is great. Has turned, I should say. So these guys are just undergoing a bit of refit. I'm just going to try and build their combat prep. Get them ready. Let the infantry just exploit for the time being. Which should be quite good. We do have Voroshilovgrad, which would be nice to take. Yeah, I'd be interested actually. Yeah, no problemo. I hate when there's no roads. I hate that. So you can see there's quite a few Soviet forces over here, but I really look forward to the big pocket, and I reckon we can get that. Especially when we are giving our forces that time to rest. Like, they need to just recover. They need that. Give our logistics time to recover too. We transferred a lot of panzer divisions. I might take the I might take the 20th Panzer Division and the 25th Panzer Division. 25th Panzer Division is in great shape, actually. I might take the 20th and the 205th, or the 25th, or whatever it is, 200th, whatever it is. And I might have them shifted over here to Smolensk, or somewhere else, actually. But I think maybe Smolensk, and then what I could do is maybe have, like, a pocket created from over here at this area. I just try to, like, take out their front line. I do want to get to Tula, because Tula would be quite nice to take. It would be great to be able to cut these rail lines this way, especially towards Ryazan. If I could cut those rail lines, that would really help the South and the Caucasus in general. We'll see about that. Yeah, I mean, this is it. We do have the rail lines, thankfully. There is some roads over here, so we can gain from that. There's the roads along the coast, which is why I'm so happy that we're going to have all the Jaegers. It's going to take a couple times for the Jaegers to get into position there, really. I think I might just have that taken out. It's kind of like... I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be the Jaegers that exclusively go down this way. But I think with sufficient Jaegers, they're not going to stand a goddamn chance. Especially with the SS Jaegers as well. They do have a lot of equipment. Like, they have a lot of artillery that the others don't tend to get. Yeah, they're well equipped. Like, having the AA, they have more machine guns. Or around about the same sort of machine guns. They have less rifle squads, but they have more of, like, equipment and etc. I think more... MGs. They do have that higher morale as well, usually, which is helpful. But the Jaegers are good troops, to be honest, so they do tend to... Yeah, they have the same morale, but... Yeah, it's just a different difference there in terms of equipment. Oh, they're actually under strength. They could actually do... They're actually both under strength. I didn't realise. Huh. They could do a really being rebuilt then, actually. I didn't realise they were so much strength. They might have been drawn straight out of Finland, actually, without even really taking a look at them. That's okay. I can still make use of them. I can have them just sit on the ports and just take on some replacements. That's okay. We do have the 7th SS Mountain as well. Yeah, like these guys over here, they get Panzerjägers. Actually, do they get Panzerjägers? No, they don't get Panzerjägers. Yeah, each of the SS units... that's why, because they haven't yet upgraded to the 42 SS Mountain. They're still 41 Nord SS Mountain TOE. Yeah, so they'll be upgrading. It's how they have the naval warfare over here. They're quite useful. It's just having that artillery really is quite nice. A lot of handy stuff in there. Motorized rifle squad is interesting. Interesting. More motorcycles too. Very cool. So quite mobile in some ways then. Right, so that's looking good then. Just build up this soon towards Krasnodar. I mean, this is a good thing about the south, is that you do get that extra time, and we are going to bloody well need it. But if I can take the ports over here, that's going to give us that supply. We are going to have to push towards Vrozne. That's got to be done. I'd really prefer to push onto Saratov rather than Stalingrad in all honesty, because there's like... To Stalingrad, there is these two single lines over here. But Saratov, we do have the dual gauge lines to support that push. Yeah, the Caucasus is going to be the target here of the 42 campaign. And I think that will be the victory-making thing, really. I'm going to have Sevastopol starved shortly enough. I was waiting for that to build up. I'm not entirely sure why it's not. Can I take a look at that supply situation? Yeah, it seems there's no depot within range for them. Let's see. Yeah, there will be now anyway. Look at those depots there. Yeah, so Sevastopol just needs to be really, and I only need to like get these hexes here really, just these, just Yeah, just stop any freight coming in. And there, that's easy enough. I mean, this one's already like an 8. That's already got a 3. There's already an 8 there. So these two are super easy. Just really the this one here. But what we'll do then is just starve Sevastopol, and I can afford to take my time really regarding that one to a degree. In fairness, I can still take my time regarding that. So I'm going to have that thoroughly starved out, and then we'll have something brought there. But that'll bring us 30 points there. When did Sevastopol actually fall? Or was that July? I want to try and beat that time, but if I can beat July, that'd be great. I think I can. I've got to get it going soon, though. But it is a lot easier due to the fact that we are taking out enemy ports as well. And obviously the fact that the enemy doesn't have air power out here. I do need to run some reconnaissance over Sevastopol itself, just so I can get actual, like, just find out if there's any aircraft there. But as we push down the road over here and take control of additional ports, that's going to help us out. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be like a three-pronged sort of thing, really. We'll have the general infantry motorized elements and the like on this side of the actual Caucasus Mountains, and then we'll have the Jaegers push down the road over here. On this side of the Caucasus Mountains, we'll have... I think I'm going to take 3rd Panzer Army, maybe, or 1st Panzer Army. 1st Panzer Army, just because it makes sense numerically. I'll probably have them shift down here to the Caucasus. We'll see. And then I might have the other 2 or 3 Panzer Armies shift up towards a Saratov focus, perhaps. That's an interesting one, really. But I also do need to clean up these depots. The AI has been playing some additional depots, but I'm not sure if it's worthwhile. I'm not so sure. Like, these guys are worthwhile because obviously they're within 3 hexes, so they're using their horses and carts rather than the actual trucks and the actual units themselves. I obviously can see that these guys, they have far more vehicles than they actually need. So in fairness, I could have them, like, I don't know. I guess that's fine then. We'll see. It could even be that we actually push forward in certain aspects, in certain areas. I'm not super keen on that for the most part. It depends, really. You can see that we are starting to push them here. What we need to do then is just really make it difficult for them to get reinforcements down there. Really, it's going to be a beeline just to disable these rails. The easiest place to do that would really be at Saratov. Saratov's pretty far away, but at least I can actually... well, yeah, we can set up logistics all the way to Saratov, which would be nice. Saratov is worth quite a lot of points in of itself as well. Like, you can see there's all these points here. If we get them, we can win the game. But I don't even need all of them, really. I mean, yeah. Krasnodar and Maikop are worth 20 victory points. We have 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. So there's 80 victory points down there in the Caucasus. There's obviously Sevastopol. And then these guys as well. There's a lot of victory points where that can be won as well, which is quite nice. Yeah, that can be one. I think I could probably get Tula. But yeah, again, Vrozne is looking pretty likely. I've got to really wait one more turn, I think, on this front for the weather to dissipate. There's not a lot of water here. I imagine next turn it'll be clear. They need to really rebuild. They've got the motorized rifles, it's just other aspects of the division they need to rebuild. So I've got to really be quite careful with the Panzer divisions. A lot of them are not rebuilt as of yet. Oh, this game looks better than the first one, actually. Yeah, it looks a lot better than the first one. I get what you mean, but I mean, this is it. I don't know. I don't know, really. There are mods out there. We'll see, I guess. But, yeah, I'm going to call it here. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great one. And obviously again in the future. And I hope you had a great time. If you guys do enjoy this content, please do go ahead and find my channel on YouTube. It is XTRG. Please do go ahead and like and subscribe there. And check out Yog Dog as well. He's been a great guy to be here all this time. Great to have you there, Yog. The dog with the most Yog and the Yog with the most dog. Give a dog a bone. Go check out Yog. That's been great. So I'll see you in the future. Good night. I shall see you in the future. So ja. I guess I'll be seeing you next Friday. So mata kinyobi. So hi. Sayonara.